Lily, we're gonna sit together and read books and have fun. Hey, I'm really excited to be here with you. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Tell me all about Lily.
Lily is the most unique, cool kid ever on the planet. So they definitely, when I had lost a baby before Lily, I was 20 weeks pregnant and we found out that it was a genetic disorder. They tested us both, her dad and me, and they said, nothing's wrong, everything, go home, try again naturally. It'll never happen again. 6 months later, I was pregnant with Lily and it was exactly the same. And I told them, I walked in and I said, I don't care what happens. I'm going forward. Like, I want to go forward. Like, this is for me. And she was born on her due date. Breathing on her own. She went into the NICU for a few days just to check her out. But she's been going strong. So we just take it one day at a time, right?
Welcome to SBSK. We believe that everybody has a story that's worthy of being heard. When we listen to one another, the world becomes a closer place, and we all benefit together. So without hesitation, let's meet today's friend.
If somebody wants to sit beside Lily and form a positive bond, what should they do?
So Lily is a big book lover. I would say bring a book. She loves a book. This is her favorite Taylor Swift book. I guess.
Was she just moaning because you took away her book?
Yes. She was like, give me the book. That meant give me the book. Like, why are you touching my book? People say to me all the time, if she doesn't sign, like, how do you know what she wants? You become so in tune, like so in sync after so many years of being so close. Like, people will look at me when she makes a noise. I'm like, that's a good noise. She's fine. Or actually, I think she's kind of pissed.
I heard that you like books. And I heard that you like when people are silly and they fall over. So I thought before we start reading books that I could throw myself to the ground and see if I can make you smile. So Lily, I wanted to tell you... Oh man, I fell over! I'm so goofy. I can't believe I fell over. Hopefully, I don't fall over again. That would be so ridiculously silly if I was to fall over again. Lily, help me! Lily! Ah! Oh my goodness! I fell over again. How are we going to read the books if I keep falling over? Oh, thank you for telling me you're ready for a book. I see that you have that Taylor Swift book right there. You are fearless. Would you like me to read the book? Okay. You are fearless. You can turn the pages. A lot of times when I interview children who are non-speaking, people in the comments will say, have you tried this method of communication and this method of communication? And to me, that's kind of a double-edged sword because I do appreciate that they come forward with ideas and that is useful. And I know it comes from the best place.
Absolutely.
But I imagine from the family's perspective, it can also be frustrating because I'm sure you've tried many things.
Right. Well, that's sort of like what kind of happens in general and people are always coming from a good place. It's just like, so one of the things I always say, and especially with my son who has autism, I'm like, there is nobody who wants that to be true more than me. Like, just teach her sign language. Nobody wants that more than me, I promise you. If it worked, we would be doing it, you know. She's 16, like, we've tried it all. Also, I think a lot of times people want it to be one or the other. You either speak or you sign. And it's just, unfortunately, life is not black and white. So it's a combination of things, right? It's noises, sounds, gestures, anticipation, body language. It's a combination of all the things. At school, she does switches. She's learning how to use an iPad. But again, like, so people are like, oh, we'll just give her an iPad. Well, for Lily, one of the pieces of her mystery is that her fingers don't individualize. So she can't point. So her hands kind of move like this. So you can't touch an iPad with a whole hand. It's more of a swipe. So you don't know what she picked. And we've tried it 1,000 different ways. It just doesn't work. So for her, she does much better. So at school, they'll have just picture cards. So they'll say, do you want this or this? There's 2 different things, and she'll choose the picture. She enjoys that a lot more.
Yeah. This is going to be a fun book. You are fearless, baby. A radiant spirit who defies limits. What is Lily's diagnosis?
So what they say is, they say she's an unbalanced translocation of her 8th and 10th chromosome. So instead of getting 2 copies of 8 and 2 copies of 10, she got 3 8s and 1 10, and then they switched places. And there's no name, and there's no other kids. And, you know, like we talked about before, even if we found a kid with the exact same thing, the genetic material within the breaks can be different. So even if we found a kid with the exact same thing, they could present completely differently. So it's really just day by day. We just take it day by day.
How old is Lily?
So Lily is going to be 16 in February. So we're going to have like a big party, right, Lowe's? We're going to have a big one. Yeah, so she's tiny for her age, but she's going to be the one she's going to go to prom this year. I'm so excited.
How does her disability impact her height and size?
So one of the things that come along with having her specific genetic disorder is that it's a lot of kidney issues. And what I learned in this process is that when your kidneys don't develop properly, you're really small. They're related. I had no idea. So because they're so impacted, their function is so impacted, she's just always been so small. She was like 4 pounds full term. Like, she's just been the smallest thing always. So 2 years ago now, I gave her a kidney, and ever since then she has a working kidney. She's gained like 15 pounds. So it's really heavily dependent on her kidneys.
You said 2 years ago you gave her a kidney?
I did. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
That was a wild experience. So I have to go back one more step. In 2016, she actually got strep throat, and it turned into sepsis. So it got very, very serious. She was in the hospital for like 5 months. She was on life support for like 75 days. And in that process, all of her organs failed. All of them. She had to be on 24-hour dialysis, and just after that, she just never really recovered. Her kidneys never really recovered from that damage. And so every year, they would get a little bit less functioning and a little bit less functioning, and then we found her seizures were increasing. She was getting really tired. Like, she just really was not herself. And then we found out that basically her kidneys were like they were at their maxed out. They just never ever recovered. So we ended up going up to Boston Children's Hospital, which is like, 3.5 hours from here. And I was the only one tested, and I was the match.
After you gave her one of your kidneys, did she grow a bit?
She gained 15 pounds, which for her is like, she was like, I don't know, maybe 30 pounds then. And she gained 15. So now she's like in the upper 40s, low 50s. So for her, it has been amazing. She's like a whole different kid.
That's like 50% of her body weight.
It's like 50% of her body weight.
That's a significant percentage.
Even the doctors are like, this is crazy. Like, this is so, she's going to leave us.
Tell me about her mobility.
So you're going to see in a second. She actually is very mobile, even though she doesn't appear so. She can get up, get down. She toddles, so she holds the furniture. She toddles around. She can take independent steps. She's not very steady. When she's in school, she wears like a tall AFO brace. But at home, we don't really press the issue very much. It's also important for her to spend time barefoot. We got her kidney sorted. She's doing great. Healthy-wise, she's great. But now, because she was immobile for so long, she's going to get into your stuff. Is that her scoliosis got really bad. So we went... I'm going to save your stuff here.
She's over there experimenting all of my equipment. Does she like to always check out new things?
Oh my gosh, she is a very, very busy kid. Which I love when she explores, but she doesn't have a lot of safety awareness, and I just don't want her to get hurt. What do you think? Are you going to get back up?
Can she get back up herself?
She can absolutely get back up herself. She actually doesn't want me to help her.
How can you tell?
Because she'll push me away. She'll literally push me away.
Hi, Lily. It's nice to meet you.
Go.
Thanks for helping me set up my lighting equipment.
What do you think? Want to get back up there?
Do you like to give her the independence to explore?
Again, it's like with my other kids. I try to step back as much as I can and let her do and figure it out. But I'm always like a little bit nervous, especially with her, because she has no awareness. And the books are slippery. The books are slippery.
Tell me about the decision to give Lily your kidney.
Oh, it wasn't even a decision. It wasn't even like a question. It wasn't even like a half a second. I was so happy to be the match. I was just so elated that she wouldn't have to go on a list. She wouldn't have to go on dialysis. I was like, take it now. How can I give you both of them? Like, what can I do? I just was so excited to be able to help that it wasn't even a question.
Tell me about how Lily changed after the kidney transplant.
It's wild. So from what I learned is that when you have kidney failure, this is what people tell me now, it's like having a hangover all the time. So you're like, you feel gross, everything's kind of blurry, you're really sleepy. I didn't really know that because she couldn't really communicate that to me. And once she got the kidney, she was so much more alert, so much more like able to communicate, so much more aware of things. Things like riding in the car. She used to cry all the time in the car. And we were like, we cannot figure out why she cries in the car. She must have felt sick in the car. Now she loves it. She loves taking rides. She never naps anymore. She used to nap like 5 times a day. It's just like this whole new lease on life.
Tell me about Lily's 2 brothers and the family dynamic here.
So it's so funny. So she's the oldest, and they're her baby brothers. And she's like 3 foot, and they're like, 6 foot. And it's the funniest thing because everyone assumes that she's the youngest one. It's really interesting. So like Lucky, who's 10, who's the youngest, actually acts like he's the oldest.
Luca, can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
My mom is how old are you, Mom?
We don't need to talk about that.
Tell me about Luca and how autism impacts him.
So, like I said, Luca didn't speak until he was about 5, and then he could only say words. He couldn't ask a question. He couldn't answer a question. And then as we worked on it, around 8 or 9, I could say, how was your day at school? And he could say, good. Before that, he would just stare at you. Or he'd say the question. He'd say, how was your day at school? He would just repeat you. And then as he's gotten a little bit older, we just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And it just kind of all came together for him. He also uses the iPad a lot. His first word was iPad, which is the funniest thing.
He literally said iPad?
Literally his first word was iPad. And I was like, what does he say? Are you saying iPad? That was not mom, not dad. iPad was his first word.
Did you give it to him?
Of course I did. I was like, I'll give you 30 iPads. Just talk, baby. Just talk, baby. So now he's in such a great space with his speaking. He does have a little trouble understanding the questions sometimes.
So I said, tell me about yourself, and that's very open-ended. Would you like me to ask you a more specific question?
Yeah.
Is it easier to answer more specific questions?
No, it's not easy.
What is your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing to do is play on my phone.
What was it like for you after having Lily, who had a genetic disorder, and then giving birth to Luca, who appeared typically developing, and then you realized that he wasn't speaking, and then eventually you realized he's autistic?
So I had never had experience with special needs kids before my kids. Never. I didn't even really want kids. I was like, I thought I was going to be like a career woman. And then I got married and I was like, oh, I think I want to have a kid. And I had Lily. And even though she was so different, it was such a magical experience. It was such a monumental, life-changing experience. I loved being her mom so much. I was like, I think I want to have more kids. You okay?
Oh, bless you. I think that was a sneeze.
So I had her first, who was not a typical baby, who did not develop typically. And I have this big bruiser baby, and I knew instantly something was wrong. And I don't know how I knew. So like in the hospital, even before he came home, Like you said, otherwise presented, he was great. Healthy, happy, eating, everything was great. But there was something, and I was like, something's off. So, like, I had a cough when I had him, and every time I would cough, he would, like, wince. Like, he would, like, flinch. And I was like, that seems strange. But I was like, there's no way God would be like, I'm gonna give you 2 special needs kids in a row. There's no way. That's not how it happens. I've never heard of that before. There's just no way. So I gaslit myself and like I convinced myself out of it. And then he wasn't sleeping like he should. Just a lot of things. He was crying all the time. Everybody told me it was colic. I was like, oh, this doesn't seem like colic. And then when he got old enough, he wasn't answering to his name. We had his hearing tested. His hearing was perfect. He couldn't follow directions. He had no safety awareness.
Luca, when we first met, you took me around your house and showed me all the ceiling fans in your house. Why do you like ceiling fans?
Because I like how they spin.
What's the best thing about watching them spin?
What?
Why do you like watching them spin?
Because I like them. Because I like how it moves.
How are you today, Lucky?
I am doing absolutely great.
What was great about your day?
School, personally.
Do anything fun at school?
No, not really.
You just enjoy being there?
Yeah, it's very fun.
Alright, my first question for you. How would you describe your family?
Different.
What's different about them?
Like, we're not normal, you know? Not in a good way, you know?
What is it like to be a single mom?
So being a single mom, so I've been a single mom about 8 years, so they were really little when my marriage ended. In the beginning, I did not know if I was gonna make it. It was absolutely insane. But it made me so much closer to them because I didn't have to worry about managing a relationship with another adult. I could just focus on them. But yeah, it's definitely challenging as a mom, especially as a single mom, to give everybody kind of what they need. But you know, we talk about it a lot, right? Lucky, we say like, this is just the cards we were dealt. We just have to play the hand we were dealt, right? So sometimes things are not going to be as fair as we'd like them to be, but we just make the best of it, right? And we try to carve out time with just me and you, just me and Lilly, just me and Luca, right?
What's it like to know that your kidney is inside of her?
It's a really magical, amazing experience. And people are like, you know, you talk about it so often. I'm like, you don't understand, like, how crazy it is to be able to do that for someone and for it to be your own kid. Like, the thing that was in me is now in you. So I don't know if you know this. I didn't know this either. When you have a kidney transplant, they keep your old kidneys and they put the third one in. So the donor kidney is like a third kidney.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. But in her case, she's so small, her body is so small, and her kidneys were so low functioning. You can just come through, babe.
So I'm trying not to.
Oh, you're fine.
That they completely took hers out. So the only thing keeping her alive is mine. Like, crazy. Like, and like, what are the chances that you're a match? And like, it's just, the whole thing for me is so magical and so special. Like, we were super bonded before, and now I'm like, I feel like we're like the same person.
You have another book over there? Here, I'll grab it so we can see it. Whoa, polar bears! Look at those polar bears. The seabed? Those are some cool creatures on the seabed. A blue dragon sea slug? Whoa! That's a lot of cool things. Octopus arms? Have you noticed a difference in yourself with only one kidney?
Yes. So I'm no spring chicken anymore. Like, I'm 46. I gave it when I was 44. My energy level went way down. It took me a long time to get my energy levels back up. A long time. I would do it again a million times. But yes, definitely energy levels are low. Very low. So we just napped together, right?
It must be quite the thing to know your energy levels are lower,
But hers are higher.
but hers are higher.
And I would do it. I would give her the other one if I could. Absolutely.
What do you hope other people understand about your sister?
Like, she's different and that we can't change.
Do you like her the way she is?
Yeah, I love her the way she is.
Ocean giants. great white shark, giant octopus, orca, good job turning the page. How would you describe Lily's receptive communication skills?
You know, it's for me and her, it's so different versus like her and somebody else. I think Lily can be a little bit intimidating to other people. I think also she's so unique. Oh. But you definitely like have to be tuned. What do you want to do? I'm gonna let you go. You're gonna fall. She's laughing. She's like, I want to fall. You're doing such a good job. You know that. Such a sweet girl.
And I noticed that she seems very chill and calm.
She's a very calm
Is
kid.
that typical?
I mean, she definitely gets the zoomies. She gets the zoomies sometimes, but overall, she's a very easygoing.
What happens when she gets the zoomies?
She's just all over. She's in the kitchen. She's looking at things. She's in the sink. If I go upstairs really quick to grab something, she's banging on the stairs like, you better get down here and play with me.
You're bringing me closer. Hi. Oh, thank you for the hug. That's very sweet. Thank you for the hug.
She used to go around in the grocery store and she would just hug everyone she met. She'd be like, you want to hug me?
When somebody finishes watching this video, what do you hope they most remember?
That life can look really different and still be really awesome. But it doesn't have to look like everybody else's family. Like, you can just make your own way, and like you can still have a really, really awesome, fun, dynamic, full life, even if you have disabilities and even if your family looks different. Right? That's what I would say.
Thanks for watching SBSK. Click subscribe here to be part of our community. Then hit the notification bell below so you never miss a story. You can even meet another friend here. See you next time.